So it's raining. Some people love it, some people hate it. But chances are good that after all the rain has dried up and the clouds have cleared, you forget all about those millions of raindrops pattering against your roof. But those little raindrops don't just disappear. In fact, after a thunderstorm, raindrops take on a life of their own in the form of storm water. When it rains in suburbs, storm water hits rooftops, runs off streets and lawns, and is directed into nearby waterways and gutters. While flowing above ground, storm water picks up pollutants like pathogens, chemicals, and fertilizers. Once the storm water picks up all of these pollutants, it is funneled into one of three destinations. 1. The rain can saturate the ground and become part of the groundwater system. 2. It can be directed into a nearby gutter, which oftentimes drain directly into natural waterways. 3. Or it can flow into natural waterways. In the case of most green spaces, storm water runoff is not a huge issue. However, in the case of the former Tides golf course, it might be. See, in most golf courses, 3 main chemicals are used. 2,4-D is an herbicide that is used to control weeds. It functions by prompting uncontrolled growth, which destroys the plant tissues. Chlorothalonil is a commonly used pesticide used to control fungi that threatens turf and controls rot. Chlorpyrifos is an insecticide commonly used on golf courses that kills pests, insects, and worms. Unfortunately, these chemicals don't just affect golf course greenness, they also pose a potential risk to the environment. Not only have these toxins been proven to be harmful to wildlife and aquatic organisms, but they also may pose a health risk to humans. You may be asking yourself, what does that mean for us? The land formerly operating as Tides Golf Course likely used these types of chemicals to promote turfgrass growth and control weeds, which is a common and legal golf course practice. In fact, golf courses are one of the few land users that are exempt from certain elements of the county's fertilizer ordinance. The neighborhoods that surround this same property were developed before stormwater treatment standards were enacted in Florida, which means that most of these areas produce direct stormwater runoff without any treatment for removal of pollutants in the form of stormwater treatment ponds. These substances accumulate on the land surface and are picked up by stormwater runoff that drains directly into Boca Ciega Bay. This is exacerbated by the fact that the drainage easement at the former Tides Golf Course allows untreated water to drain right through the property. These pollutants, which then combine with the runoff coming from the golf course, may then go on to disrupt the ecosystem and potentially stimulate algal blooms, which may thrive on the nitrogen and other elements that can be fueled by runoff pollution. Hello, red tide. That's where the Restoration Bay project comes in. We're addressing the issue of contaminated runoff by developing a natural, preventative stormwater treatment plan. Through sustainable development and mindfulness regarding harmful pesticides, Restoration Bay is changing tides, one property at a time. Our team is diligently working on a solution for a natural stormwater treatment system, which will be shared in our next video. Stay tuned.